Hey everyone, this is Anurag Ray from PestRemovalWarrior.com. In this video, I'm going to talk about why virus is hard to kill. Now, viruses are very small creatures that you cannot see with your naked eyes. You need a microscope to see them, and they are almost everywhere. They can actually replicate themselves very fast, and they are considered both living and non-living things. So, they are non-living things when they are not within a host, and once they get inside a living thing that is a host, they turn into a living thing. Virus can live for thousands of years, if not all. Some of the virus really can do that, and that is where things come into play. Now, those virus can also get active after thousands of years if they get out from their resting zone. From normally, if the virus is dormant in ice, and if the ice is removed, those virus can actually get activated, and as a result, they can infect people and find a host to survive. Now, if a virus gets activated, you need a proper host in order to get activated again in order to survive. So you will definitely try to find a host. Now, virus, as I mentioned earlier, they are very good in replicating themselves, and along with that, because of their ability to adapt, they can be very difficult to kill. Every virus has their own ability to adapt. It varies from virus to virus. Not all of the viruses same level of ability to adapt with the situation. However, virus can adapt. If, for example, if medicine has been used to cure certain virus, the virus can actually adapt themselves with the medicine, and if the medicine somehow gets stopped through the course, the virus can become immune to that medicine, and that medicine won't work again. This is the power of adaptability for a virus. Now, this adaptability is a big problem because disease like AIDS are really difficult to cure because of this nature of virus. Because the moment you stop taking the AIDS medicine, the virus understands that this is what is causing them to die and develops an immune towards that. And as a result, the next time you take the medicine doesn't work on the AIDS patient because of this nature of virus. They can adapt themselves very fast, and it becomes very difficult to stop them. Now, not all of the viruses are like that. Normally, the influenza viruses that we get can be killed with antibiotics, and they work for a certain period of time, but over a span of years, even those medicines can become ineffective. So, doctors recommend different medicine eventually when the time comes. However, that takes a certain amount of time. A certain virus only have this kind of quality that they can adapt really well with the situation and can replicate themselves, change themselves in a way that becomes very difficult to kill. Now, this property has been there for many viruses, and all of the viruses are not yet known to mankind. Now, there are viruses that are like millions of years old also, thousands of years old also, and 10,000 years old also. Those viruses are completely new to the scientists. People didn't study them really well, and along with that, those many viruses are yet still to be detected. We didn't detect all of the viruses over there, so it's not possible to study all of the viruses that's available in the nature. We are more to discover. We haven't yet discovered some of those viruses. Now, because of that reason, if any outbreak occurs because of those viruses, it can become very difficult to control because you don't know the nature of those thousands of years old viruses. You don't know the nature of these 10,000 years old viruses. They can have a different configuration, and until and unless scientists are able to find what's different in their body, it will take a lot of time to actually find a cure if any one of those viruses actually gets to human beings and start infecting. Why I came up with this is because recently the ice caps are melting all around the world in these places like Antarctica and all of those places, and scientists have discovered unknown species of virus that has affected hosts, for example, like dinosaurs from millions of years ago, and those are actually trapped in that ice. Now, if for some reason those ice gets melted, those viruses can get affected. Now, those viruses are much bigger in size compared to the virus of now, but they can affect humans in a way that we don't yet know how can. Whether they will affect the human or not, we don't know anything about those kind of viruses. Those examples are available out in the nature. Many of them are there, and none of them are yet discovered. So who knows what will happen if those ice caps starts melting, and that can infect people in how they will infect people, and how we are going to reciprocate with that is very difficult to predict. Now, this thing that virus actually does is actually being very beneficial for the survival of the virus. So because of this trait, this virus is actually has developed this ability to immune themselves against various kind of external substances that are trying to kill themselves. Now, because of this nature of virus, scientists sometimes becomes says that it becomes very difficult to control a virus because of this nature, and there are only few medicines that works on them, and also along with that need to maintain a proper condition that can actually allow the virus to stop their growth, and along with that the medicine when the medicine is actually used on them, it works. Now that is not always the case with all of the viruses, but some viruses requires proper temperature, proper environment to grow properly. However, that is not the case with all the viruses. Some viruses have greater tolerance to temperature, and some viruses doesn't have greater tolerance to temperature. Now, also viruses have different kind of variances. Like virus can grow. Some of the virus can spread really fast. Some of the virus can spread quite low. Some of the virus are more infectious than other, and some of the virus are more deadly than other. So it just varies from virus to viruses. However, predicting that is a very crucial step for treating a person, and usually it takes certain time. If a new virus like coronavirus, that is a novel virus, comes up, it can take some time to find a cure for that because of this reason, because they have to study all of the thing about the virus, how they are replicating, how they are spreading, and studying this takes some time because they are very difficult thing to look at because they're really small, and finding the proper environment to make them grow and do all this stuff in a laboratory is a quite difficult task. That's why it takes so long to find an antidote for any kind of new viruses. And the recent outbreak of coronavirus is that the case. It's a novel virus, and it's taking time to actually discover the new treatment for it, because finding all of the aspects of the virus can really take lot amount of time. However, scientists will eventually find it, and a vaccine will be developed and will be immune to this virus eventually. It's a very within a let's say a span of 1 year or 1.5 years, we'll be able to be much more immune to the coronavirus that we are now. It can become a common thing, like scientists and doctors are predicting, and we will get immune to that eventually, and the coronavirus will only be like a flu-like symptoms, and it won't kill us. So that's it for this video. If you really like this video, don't forget to click on the like, comment and subscribe button. I'm uploading 2 videos every single week, that is on Monday and Friday. Don't forget to click on the subscribe button, click on the notification bell, so that you can receive updates about my video and also help my channel grow. Thank you.